So thank you, Milos, for the invite. I am very happy to be here today with you in the buzzing Amsterdam in the World Conference for AI, so where the people and different parties meet to discuss and plan what would be the future of AI and how we could utilize it in our daily work to improve the societies and businesses and offerings for better. So my name is Maija Tanner. I live in Finland. I am currently heading the data platform, so data and AI technology, ecosystem partnerships and growth client segment in the Northern, Central and Eastern Europe market. I work in IBM. I have a history of plus 20 years in supply chain area and doing sales, leading sales teams, strategic accounts, leading IT delivery locally in my home country, but also Europe-wise. And the past few years, I have been part of the ecosystem organization of IBM, being in charge of our ISV, so embedded partnerships, strategic partnerships, and also now our data and AI partnerships within our region. So what is the landscape of our partners in this field? So it's very rich and looking, of course, our portfolio, which is very wide. But where we focus, it's three pillars. So we focus on, of course, those AI's assistants and agents and orchestrating the agents that we have been also discussing in this event today, quite plenty, and bringing these tools to our clients that they can use to improve their daily work, but also tools that they can use in their applications when they build new services to their clients. We focus on data management, so helping our clients to leverage the different data that they have in their environments in structural, unstructured format. And then, of course, the data privacy and security are very important topics. So how you secure your critical data, govern it, and ensure that you are capable of controlling the technology's use internally. So we work in these fields when it comes to our partnerships. So we are looking into different kind of partnership segments, if I can call it so. So we have larger, bigger players globally, larger system integrators, consulting houses who are focused to help their clients in business transformation. So they are then combining their services with our technology and bringing the enhanced value to their clients in different industry segments. Then we have ISVs, so we have companies who are building their own platforms, application services, where instead of developing everything in-house, they are looking technology vendors externally and who could help them basically improve the time to market of their services and also to accelerate the revenue growth. So that is a very important segment also for us. When we look our partners. Then of course we have traditional, I would say, reseller partners in that sense, who resell technology to different clients, different industries, and then distributors also are big part of an important part of the ecosystem. Organizations have been starting to enable their employees with internal tools, so how you can make your everyday work easier, more efficient, more faster, and allowing you to focus on more productive areas where you can develop business and innovate new. So when it comes to building new offerings to market, and when it comes to really bringing AI in scale, transforming in a bigger volume the way enterprises operate, there I see that lots of testing and trying has been taking place. I think we have been also part of roughly 300 pilots, even more last year only, helping our clients and partners build solutions, test and try how AI could be leveraged in their organization. However, to take it to scale, so really implement AI throughout the organization and build a critical, I would say, consumption of the technology, we are still in the journey. So to get into those big leaps, there are certain areas that the companies, enterprises, organizations also need to take into consideration to be able to really drive the value out of the AI technology and take it to the bigger part of usage in their organization. So we look the challenges in IBM through three pillars. So we see there the cost side of the AI adoption. So it's very costly to run and train AI models. thinking about large language models which consume extremely big amount of energy. So instead of applying large language models in each of the areas of your business and your processes, we recommend looking into more business process specific models which are more cost efficient, consume less energy, and basically you can run simple use cases or simple processes with the smaller models. So that is of course going to improve the capability to scale. So if you think about scaling AI throughout the organization, you're able to control and manage also the costs and energy consumption of the model. So that is one. Second topic is data privacy, data security, very important. Do you have that kind of structure in place and tools in place that you are capable of saying the data that we have, it's our data, we control it, it's not going anywhere outside of the company, and we handle the private critical data with that kind of ways that it's needed. And then third pillar, which is very important, is of course the data sovereignty and also the data governance and AI governance. So meaning, do I control the data? Do I own it? And there we of course look into also the environments and infrastructure where the data is run. So public cloud, private cloud, on-premise, and ensuring that you can control it wherever the data is. Thinking about AI governance and data governance, do you have these guardrails? So basically the structure and these instructions to your AI tools that you can explain and you know what your AI tools are doing, and you have the full control out of those. So those three pillars are needed, that enterprises and companies have the courage to scale and take AI into production. Today I have heard from several parties that these are the areas that is sort of holding them back of going truly in production in some of the areas. So we are hoping to see more positive things also happening in this area, and of course we are helping our clients in that journey. This is also reflecting aligned what I was discussing about the data security, but also the data and AI governance. So having that kind of governance in place when it comes to AI tools and AI usage, that you know what you are doing with your tools. You know that your tools are ethical in that sense, that the data that they leverage and the outcomes that your tools provide, it's ethical and according to your standards. I would say that, of course, firstly, having a clear outcome in mind. So business objective or how you want to transform some segment, industry, if you think about building new offering solutions. So having that business target outcome in mind and then building your structure around it, seeing what kind of tools, what kind of sort of help solutions you need to have in place that you are able to build AI-driven solutions. Then what I mentioned about the governance, having that kind of structures that you are able to control what you do is needed. I would highlight these topics. When we compare consumer AI to enterprise AI, there comes regulations, there comes different country laws, there comes different kind of even sort of a culture and value type of things, and then of course critical data that you need to manage. So it's required that you have these things in place. AI for business is definitely our approach when we look at AI. And I mentioned the AI for consumers, where we can do data search, or we can even create pictures, videos, content by using AI technology. And then versus the enterprise AI, where you have intellectual property, you have critical data, citizen data, or your employee data, your client data that you need to protect. And you are actually using that in your AI tools, in your data tools. So in that sense, it's a different world. And for the enterprise context, I mentioned also the large language models and sort of building more business process specific AI tools and models that you're actually able to run and utilize the AI technology in your business processes cost efficiently and energy wise. So looking into more business context and what is actually needed in that environment. versus the consumer AI, which is very different. So different kind of regulations, laws, but also requirements when it comes to running the technology. AI for people, I believe that it's very much connected in how we do our everyday work. So how the companies enable their employees leveraging the tools in their everyday work. So how you can make those manual, routine type of tasks more efficiently, have the AI and the tools do that for you so that you can use your brain power to more demanding tasks, develop something new, analyze, produce some new innovations. So I believe that is the purpose of AI for people. I'm actually also surprised about the 5% adoption in AI, but I would consider it so that it's like in all IT product development or coding or in that sense more sort of maybe traditional manly world, that actually the services, and if you think about enterprises and B2B, where many of the services consumers are actually female, and the decision makers also on the client side can be females. And when we go outside of the B2B world and enterprise world, the consumer side, the same thing. Quite many service and product consumers are females and women. So in that sense, encouraging also companies to ensure that they attract also women in their product development, in taking a leader position in that sense, and influencing also the services that is provided to and built for the clients, because many of the consumers are females. So we need to have the diverse way of also understanding the client demands and their view, their values, and being able to provide the best solutions and offering to that. I encourage everybody, of course, to be involved in this area. So it's a super fascinating area. The pace of the development of the technology is just huge. Learning needs to happen, and I would encourage that before you start your career, you go to company or you start your own company, because we see more and more young entrepreneurs also emerging in the market. So learn those tools. There are a bunch of free learning education online. There are tools available also that you can start using, testing, trying. You can build your own agents to help you in your everyday work, in your studies, even in your personal life, to do some tasks for you. But start testing, trying, building, and you can also leverage that in your portfolio, in your CV portfolio, when you are meeting companies, so that you demonstrate that you are learning and understanding the possibilities of the technology and the value that you can then bring to the company. I believe that we have just seen only a small part of what AI can actually do in our everyday life, in work and also in personal life. I believe that AI is going to do almost every part of the current manual works that we see in companies. So AI is going to handle 90% of all this kind of a routine type of tasks. And that is enabling us, like I said, use our brain power in more demanding areas, innovating, thinking about new offering, new kind of services, either to enterprise clients, either to citizens, societies. So I believe that it's going to be transforming in a way that we may not be knowing yet. So the future is definitely very interesting. In that sense, I hope to be part of that. I want to be part of that, and of course hope that many of your viewers are also going to be engaging in that area.